So, hello students, welcome back to Education House, the house of knowledge. So, first of all, sorry for the delay. And today we are going to continue a chapter solutions of 12th class. So, in the last lecture, we have discussed about the types of solutions, about the solubility and the factors affecting the solubility and Henry's law. So in this lecture we are going to study about the vapor pressure of solutions, the factors affecting the vapor pressure and Raoult's law and the vapor pressure in case of solutions. So our first topic is vapor pressure. What is vapor pressure? So वेपर प्रेशर जैसा कि हमें नाम से ही क्लियर और आइडिया लग रहा है कि वेपर्स का प्रेशर. सो इसकी डेफिनेशन क्या होगी? इट इज डिफाइंड एज pressure of vapors above the liquid at equilibrium. So यहाँ सबसे important term है equilibrium. That what is the equilibrium? What type of equilibrium we are talking about here? So let us see. So for example, if we have a beaker like this and it's in the form of a manometer like this. So here we have any liquid, and if we start this heating this liquid, then the vapors will rise and they will get collected over the hair and give us some reading. That will be the vapor pressure of this liquid. This is our liquid. So they when we heat the liquid, then the vapors will evaporate, and if the heat will be less at the upper atmosphere, then they will condense and come back to the liquid form. So the condition when rate of evaporation will be equals to rate of condensation, that will be our equilibrium condition. We can say that is the condition where the equilibrium of the solution has reached. So at that point, what will be the pressure here? That will be our vapor pressure. So now we see what are the factors that affects the vapor pressure of solution. Factors affecting the vapor pressure. So the first and the common and important factor is the temperature. Means if we heat the liquid, then its vapor will rise, and if we provide more heat or increase the temperature, then the rate of evaporation will increase. So temperature is directly proportional to vapor pressure. We can also see this with the help of a curve. This is our vapor pressure and this is our temperature. If we start rising the temperature, then vapor pressure will also rise, but at some point the vapor pressure will become constant, and that point is our boiling point. That is boiling point temperature. Boiling point temperature. So the second factor affecting the vapor pressure is the molecular forces, intermolecular forces. Intermolecular forces are inversely proportional to vapor pressure. Intermolecular forces refers to the internal forces between the two molecules. So if these forces will be more, means for example, these are the two molecules in our liquid, and if these molecules will have a strong force of attraction, then they will not rise easily in the vapor form and vapor pressure will be less. If these forces are weak, then they will rise easily and vapor pressure will be more. Thus these are inversely proportional to the vapor pressure. So this is what is vapor pressure and some factors affecting it. So one important statement or one important thing here is that vapor pressure is independent of surface area and amount of liquid present. Means कि जो भी हमारा वेपर प्रेशर है किसी भी हमारे लिक्विड का, वो दो फैक्टर्स, दैट इज द सरफेस एरिया एंड द अमाउंट ऑफ लिक्विड, इनसे इंडिपेंडेंट होता है. मतलब कि आपके बीकर का सरफेस एरिया कितना भी हो, उस चीज़ का कोई इफेक्ट नहीं है, और जो आपका सॉल्यूशन या सॉल्वेंट है वो भी कितनी मर्जी अमाउंट में हो, इन फैक्टर्स से कोई इफेक्ट नहीं होगा. जो फैक्टर्स वेपर प्रेशर को इफेक्ट करेंगे, दैट आर टेम्परेचर एंड intermolecular forces. So now we will study the vapor pressure in case of solutions. That how we can calculate vapor pressure in case of solution. Vapor pressure in solution. So in solutions we are further having two types of cases, that liquid in liquid, liquid in liquid, and solid in liquid. So here it is we can calculate vapor pressure in two categories. That first category is volatile solute. That means when our solute is volatile, what do you mean by volatile? We mean that our solute can also get converted into vapor form and contribute in the vapor pressure. What is volatile solute? The solute which changes into vapors, that is our volatile solute. So to calculate vapor pressure in these cases, the cases where the solute is volatile, we use Raoult's law. That is our next law, R-A-O-U, Raoult's law. So what does this law says? According to this law, according to definition of Raoult's law, the vapor pressure of a component in solution is equals to product of mole fraction of component and its vapor pressure in pure states. So we will see what does this definition mean by practical or by numerically. So as we know that the pressure is directly proportional to mole fraction, means कि अगर हमारा solute ज़्यादा है तो उसका pressure vapor pressure भी ज़्यादा होगा क्योंकि उसके ज़्यादा vapors बनेंगे. So अगर हम बात करें कि हमारा कोई solution है ये जिसमें हमारा A एक solute है and B हमारा solvent है and solute is volatile. So the vapor pressure of A will directly proportional to mole fraction of A. So the vapor pressure PA is equals to some K XA. We use K in place of proportionality. So अगर हम बात करें कि we have A in a pure state, pure state मतलब कि हमारे पास सिर्फ A है, we have only A, then its mole fraction will be 1. In pure state we have only A. Then if we have only A, then its vapor pressure PA will equals to some K into XA, and XA will be equal to 1 in this case because the moles of A over total moles, which are also the moles of A. So PA will be K. So we denote K here by PA naught, and the value of constant K is this, that is the vapor pressure of A in its pure state. So our final result of Raoult's law will become PA is equals to XA into PA naught. That is the vapor pressure of A is equals to mole fraction of A, that is PA is equals to XA into PA naught. Vapor pressure of A is equals to mole fraction of A into vapor pressure of A in its pure state. So the total pressure now will be PA plus PB for this solution. So now let us see an example numerical how we can calculate this. So we are given that we have 46 gram of ethanol, that is C2H5OH, plus 64 gram of methanol, that is CH3OH. So we are asked to calculate vapor pressure of mixture. Vapor pressure of mixture. So how? We are given that the pressure of ethanol in its pure state, ethanol in its pure state is 400 mm, and the pressure of methanol in its pure state is 380 mm. So firstly we will calculate the moles of both ethanol and methanol. So number of moles of C2H5OH will be given weight, that is 46 over its molecular weight, which is also 46. So moles is 1, and in case of this we have 64 over 32, that is 2 moles. So now we will calculate the mole fraction of these, So mole fraction X of C2H5OH will be 1 over 3, and the mole fraction of CH3OH is 2 by 3. That is the number of moles over total moles. So now if we are supposed to calculate the pressure, that is for PA it will be XA PA naught, and for PB it will be XB PB naught. We have now PB naught, XB, PA naught and XA. So the PT, that is the total pressure of a mixture, will equal to PA plus PB, which will be equal to mole fraction of XA, that is 1 by 3 into its pressure in pure state 400, plus here 2 by 3 into its pressure 380. So if we will solve this, it will become 400 plus 760 over 3, that will be 1160 by 3. This will be the vapor pressure of the mixture in a given question. So in this way we can solve these type of numericals. So our next concept is the calculation of composition of vapors. Calculation of composition of वेपर्स मीन्स कि हमें ये देखना है कि वेपर्स कितनी कंपोजिशन में हैं, कितनी उनकी अमाउंट प्रेजेंट है. अभी तक हमने सिर्फ वेपर्स का प्रेशर कैलकुलेट किया. नाउ वी विल सी द अमाउंट ऑफ द वेपर्स प्रेजेंट. सो हाउ, if we say this is a beaker and here we are having A and B, two things, one is solute and other one is the solvent. So the mole fraction of A will be some XA and that of B will be some XB, and if we will heat this, then there will be a vapors which will consist both of A and B. And here we say that the composition of vapors of A is YA and composition of vapors of B is YB. So PA will be here, that is XA PA naught, and PB will be XB PB naught. So if you remember the Dalton's law of partial pressure, which we have studied in the states of matter chapter of 11th class, according to that P partial for gases, that was, is equals to mole fraction into total pressure of a mixture. So here the partial pressure of A will be equal to mole fraction into total pressure, that is the mole fraction of A in a vapor phase is YA into its pressure, that is PT, and here YA will become PA over PT, and similarly for B the PB will equal to YB into PT, and YB will become PB over PT. So YA is equals to PA. PA we know that it is equals to XA PA naught over P total, which will be the summation of both PA and PB, that is XA PA naught plus XB PB naught. So this is the composition of the vapors of A in a vapor phase, that is denoted by YA, and this is the formula. So similarly if we have to do it for B, it will become XB into PB naught over the same, that is the total pressure. So this was our the Raoult's law for the volatile solute, calculation of vapor pressure and the composition of the vapors. So now we will study the Raoult's law for the non-volatile solute. मीन्स कि अगर हमारा solute वेपर फॉर्म में नहीं कन्वर्ट होता, कि अगर उसके वेपर्स नहीं फॉर्म होते, देन क्या होगा. Raoult's law for non-volatile solute. So that is for non-volatile solute. Now non-volatile solute is that doesn't form vapors. Non-volatile which don't form vapors. So again we consider that this is our solution. Here we are given with A and B, and A is our solvent. A is the solvent and B is our solute. A solvent, B solute, that is non-volatile, means that B will not form the vapors. So if the B will not form vapors, then what is the case we will study. So if B will not form the vapors, then PB will equal to 0 because it's non-volatile and it will not form. So P total, which is equals to XA PA naught plus XB PB naught, here this will be 0. So P total will only equal to XA PA naught, and we know that the mole fraction is the sum of the mole fractions is equals to 1, means XA plus XB will equal to 1, then XA will equal to 1 minus XB. So अगर आप सोच रहे हैं कि सर आपने ये ऐसा क्यों कन्वर्ट किया, बिकॉज टू हैव दिस इन द फॉर्म ऑफ दिस सॉल्यूट, कि हमें नॉन वॉलेटाइल सॉल्यूट की फॉर्म में अगर कैलकुलेट करना है तो हम इसको कैसे करेंगे. सो हेयर PT, that is total pressure, will become 1 minus XB, mole fraction of our non-volatile solute, into vapor pressure of our solvent in a pure state. So if we rearrange this, then the final equation we get is PA naught minus PT is equals to XA PA naught. So this equation, this is known as lowering of vapor pressure. Lowering of vapor pressure, and if we further rearrange it, then XB will become PA naught minus PT over PA naught, and this is a relative lowering in vapor pressure. Relative lowering in vapor pressure. So what is this relative lowering? We will study about this in our next lecture, because it's a colligative property and we have 4 colligative properties which we will study in next lecture. So the Raoult's law for non-volatile solute, what is the definition for that? We have studied it for the volatile or general Raoult's law. Now we will see the definition of Raoult's law for non-volatile. What does it say? So it says that according to this, for non-volatile solutes, vapor pressure of pure solvent will decrease on adding non-volatile solute. That is, the vapor pressure will decrease if we will add the non-volatile solute. That is why we have called this term as the lowering of vapor pressure. That is, the vapor pressure is lowered than its actual value expected. So we will study about this lowering in next lecture in a colligative properties. So अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो, वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए एंड अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर कीजिए. सो थैंक यू.